Hello and welcome to The Carpenter and His Cat. My name's Anthony, I'm the carpenter, and this is Fraser, he's my cat. So, this is part 2 of the dining chair restoration. Now, as I was explaining before, we had great trouble in taking it apart. It was full of nails and screws, and they say the golden rule, if you're repairing a chair, don't use a nail or a screw, because one, it won't actually do what you want it to do. It won't repair the chair. And 2, it makes it almost impossible to take apart without causing some damage. So we've put it together using Scotch glue, animal glue, which is comes in a glue kettle like this. Is how you sort of warm it up. And we're now at a stage of doing sort of minor repairs. So as you can see, because we had it had been put together with screws over the years, the tenons had actually loosened within the mortise, and they'd actually, as people sat on them and moved them about, because there was no way of releasing them, it had a fulcrum point with the actual fixing of the screw and the nail, and it actually damaged the mortise as well as the tenon. So anyway, we've got it all glued together, and we've used some pieces of mahogany here, which we're going to trim down later. We'll actually colour it to match the existing chair. Up here, it's not over important because the chair seat actually sits on top of this. So when it's in the dining room, you won't even appreciate that it's been repaired. Unfortunately, there was some damage which had happened previous to it coming into the workshop. And there's like a missing piece of veneer here, which unfortunately we don't have anymore. Now, if the veneer had broken off, all we'd do is actually glue it back on again. But in this case, it's been long gone. So, what we've had to do is do the next best thing. Now, as you build up your workshop and you sort of have bits of broken furniture, which obviously as a restorer, you always treasure and you keep, you will have lots of parts which you can reuse, bits of veneer and that type of thing. But what we're having to do in this situation is we've had to actually cut a patch ourselves from a bit of mahogany I have in the racks, and it's the best match I can get with the grain, and we're going to glue it on using the animal glue. So once that's in place and set, we will colour it and polish it to match the existing chair. So you could use modern PVA glue. Now, I wouldn't recommend you use it for actually repairing the chair, because modern PVA glues are non-reversible, where animal glues are. It can either be steamed apart, or you can use methylated spirits to dissolve it. But obviously, if you're doing that process to try and sort of take a chair apart, you have to be very careful that you don't sort of damage the surface, polished surface. Methylated spirits will melt French polish, because that's how French polish is made. Shellac and methylated spirits mixed together, and that makes the polish. But in this case, let's say we could use a PVA, because once that's in place, if for any time in the future, in future conservation, you want to remove that bit of wood, it can just be basically chiseled away, because it's not important. It's not the original wood. But But in this case, we're going to use a reversible animal glue, like so. And as with animal glue, you have a limited time to work on before it starts to gel. Now, a little job like this is not an issue really. We've got plenty. It's not a very big one, but if you put them together, a bit of a complex sort of assemblage. You know, a Windsor chair that's got 40 components. You know, with all the vertical rails and the arms and all the rest of it. It all has to go together in one. You have to work very quickly and efficiently. So the other issue we have is, you can see that there's actually a hole which was left over from where somebody in the past had actually put a screw through it. So we use a shellac filling stick. Now it's basically a combination of shellac and beeswax polish, and it's also got some colouring in it. But we won't be using this one on here because it's far too light, more like pine or something. But we'll use something like that. And that's used by actually melting it. Now, in days of old, you would have used a naked flame and maybe something like a knife, a kitchen knife. Heat the knife and then apply it to the stick. Now, for health and safety reasons, we don't want naked flames in the workshop. Obvious reasons. I mean, this place could be a tinderbox. So we'll limit that as much as we can. So the next best thing, it might even be better, we just use a hobbyist soldering iron, and then it's just a matter of melting it. And it slowly just fills a hole up. And sometimes you just have to leave it a little while for it to set. Just so it fills a hole, and then you can put a little bit more on top of that and a little bit more on top of that. So the chair it's been through the wars, and it's probably a long time since it's had any care or attention in the past. So once we've done all the little repairs, what we're going to do is we're going to clean it and wax polish it. But we'll do that in another video. So I'd like to say thank you for watching, and if you like to see more, please subscribe. If you enjoyed it, please press like. So for now, it's goodbye from me, Anthony the Carpenter, and it's goodbye from Fraser the cat. Bye bye, thank you.